students, welcome back to the physics class. Today we are going to start our third chapter, electromagnetic induction. In the previous chapters, we already studied that the other forms of energy can be converted into electrical energy. So let's see whether we can convert magnetic energy into electrical energy. So from the previous chapter, we learned that a conductor in a magnetic field experiences a force. As a result, the conductor moves. If it's so, will electricity be generated when a conductor is moved in a magnetic field? So that is the topic in this chapter. Okay. So we are starting this chapter with an experiment. It was Michael Faraday who presented such an experiment for the first time. So let's see the experiment. The materials required for this experiment are bar magnet, solenoid and a galvanometer. Arrange the above materials as shown in the figure. Okay, after that we can start the experiment. Here we can see the two ends of the coil is connected to a galvanometer and a magnet is placed close to it. When the magnet is kept stationary near the solenoid, the needle of the galvanometer shows no deflection. That means the needle doesn't move. Okay. So, if the magnet is kept stationary near the solenoid, the current doesn't flow through the solenoid. So, the galvanometer doesn't show any deflection. Okay. Next, if the magnet is moved into the solenoid, that is towards left, the needle of the galvanometer shows deflection towards the opposite direction, that is towards right. Okay. So once more, if the north pole of the magnet is moved into the solenoid, the galvanometer shows deflection towards the right. And if the magnet is kept stationary inside the solenoid, the galvanometer does not show any deflection. Okay. That means when the magnet is kept inside the solenoid, there is no flow of current. The next one, when the magnet moves away from the coil, the needle deflects to the opposite direction. That is, it deflects to the left. Okay. When the magnet moves away from the coil, the needle shows deflection towards the left. Okay. When the magnet moves in the same direction with greater speed, the galvanometer shows larger deflection. That means when the speed increases, the deflection also increases. Okay. It deflects towards the right side. Here the direction of current is in the upward direction. Okay. The next one, if the polarity of the magnet is reversed and the magnet is brought close to solenoid, then current flows in an opposite direction towards the left. That means here we are inserting the south pole of the bar magnet into the solenoid. At that time, the needle deflects to the left side of the galvanometer. Okay. Here you can see the direction of current, the needle of deflection, etc. That is according to the motion of the magnet. Okay. The current flows in the solenoid. This experiment can be done also by keeping the bar magnet stationary in the place of solenoid. The observations is same as that of the experiment we see. Okay, so let's conclude this. The magnet is stationary near the solenoid. The needle of the galvanometer does not deflect. When the north pole of the magnet moved into the solenoid, the needle deflects towards the right. When the magnet is stationary inside the solenoid, the needle does not show any deflection. The next one. When the south pole of the magnet is moved into the solenoid, it deflects towards left. When the speed of magnet or solenoid increases, the deflection also increases. So these are the observations of this experiment. So from these experiments we can conclude that whenever there is a change in the magnetic flux linked with a coil, an electromotive force or EMF is induced. Okay, that means the magnetic flux change will happen by the relative motion of the solenoid and the magnet. Okay, this is called a electromagnetic induction. So, what is electromagnetic induction? Whenever there is a change in the magnetic flux linked with a coil, an EMF is induced in the coil. An EMF is produced in the coil. This phenomenon is electromagnetic induction. Okay, so what is EMF? The EMF is the voltage induced in the coil during electromagnetic induction, and the current thus induced is the induced current. Next, the Fleming's right hand rule. This law is suitable to find the direction of the induced EMF. For this, we have to stretch the middle finger, forefinger and the thumb of our right hand in mutually perpendicular direction. Okay, so here the forefinger shows the direction of the magnetic field, thumb shows the direction of the motion of the conductor and the middle finger shows the direction of current. So we have to stretch the three fingers in mutually perpendicular direction. So what is the law states? Imagine a conductor moving perpendicular to a magnetic field. Stretch the forefinger, middle finger and the thumb of the right hand in mutually perpendicular directions. Then the forefinger represents the direction of magnetic field. The thumb represents the direction of motion of the conductor. Then the middle finger represents the direction of induced current. So that's about Fleming's right hand rule. Next, AC generator. So let's see what is an AC generator. An AC generator is a device used to convert mechanical energy to electrical energy. It was originally designed by a famous physicist, Nikola Tesla. It works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. That is, whenever there is a change in the magnetic flux linked with a coil, an EMF is induced in the coil. This phenomenon is electromagnetic induction, and using right hand rule we can find out the directions here. An AC generator consists of field magnet, an armature, two slip rings and two brushes. Field magnets creates the magnetic flux in the generator, and the two ends of armature is connected with the two slip rings. These rings rotate with the coil. The slip rings are made up of metals and are insulated from each other. One end of each brush is in contact with rotating slip rings and other end is connected to an outer circuit. So these are the main parts of AC generator. The galvanometer is connected in outer circuit to show deflection due to the current induced in armature. When coil is rotated between the pole pieces, a current is induced in the coil. The induced current is shown by the deflection in the galvanometer. The two-way deflection in galvanometer shows that the induced current is alternating. Now, let's see the working of an AC generator. The armature keeps on changing its relative position with respect to the magnetic field as it rotates about an axis perpendicular to the field. Therefore, the flux linked with coil keeps on changing with time. As a result, an EMF is induced. This in turn induces an electric current in the coil as the two ends of the armature are connected to an external circuit and electric current starts flowing through it. The current is detected by the galvanometer connected in external circuit. Due to change in the relative position of the armature coil, the direction of current flow in each arm of the armature coil keeps on changing and hence the current so obtained is alternating current. To understand the generation of alternating current more clearly, let's see the working of AC generator once more. So, here we can see the armature of the AC generator. So, let's mark one arm of the armature as green and the other end as pink. As per Fleming's right hand rule, the direction of current in the arm green is outwards and the arm marked pink is inwards. After rotating the armature half turn in anti-clockwise direction, the direction of current in green arm becomes inwards and that in pink arm becomes outwards. Thus, after every half rotation, the direction of current changes and as a result, an alternating current is generated. If we plot a graph between time and EMF obtained here, we get a graph like this. Here we can see the voltage increases and decreases according to the voltage obtained here. So, I hope you understood the topic. If you have any doubts related with this, you can ask me through the WhatsApp. And don't forget to go through the textbook. Okay. So, see you in the next class. Thank you for watching.